I told my father-in-law his gambling problem wasn't my emergency, and it changed everything. My father-in-law, Richard, has been treating my phone like an ATM for the past month. Not my husband, Derek, me. Because apparently I'm the responsible one with the steady income and the soft heart. It started when his wife, my mother-in-law, Carol, called in a panic. Richard had just been let go from his third job in 18 months. Something about performance issues that everyone knew really meant showing up smelling like whiskey. They were drowning in bills and Carol was beside herself. The first time I felt genuine sympathy. Carol had always been warm to me, and I convinced Derek we should help. We wired them $900 for rent. 2 weeks later, it was $500 for electricity and groceries. Then $350 for Richard's truck payment because he needed it for job interviews. Every call came with Carol crying and promising repayment the moment Richard got back on his feet. We'd handed over nearly $2,200 in 2 months. Derek and I were skipping date nights and buying store-brand everything. Then one Sunday we visited for dinner, and I noticed a case of premium whiskey on the counter and a fresh carton of cigarettes on the table. The breaking point came on a Wednesday night. Carol called sobbing. Richard had taken their grocery money to a poker game and lost everything. She begged me for $150, saying the grandkids would go hungry. I paused. Their grandkids lived 4 states away. When I asked what she meant, she fumbled and changed her story. That's when I saw it clearly. Carol had been stretching the truth to pull at every string she could find. I said we couldn't help and ended the call. 30 minutes later, she was at our front door, hysterical, telling me family doesn't abandon family. She got inside, calmed slightly, then had the nerve to suggest I cancel my gym membership and pick up weekend shifts so Derek's father could stabilize. That's when I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "Carol, it is not my job to fix the consequences of choices Richard keeps making. Derek and I have a future to protect, and funding someone's addiction is not love. It's damage." She stormed out, slammed the door hard enough to rattle the windows. 3 weeks of silence followed. Then Carol called, not to ask for money but to tell us she'd filed for separation, found a part-time job, and signed Richard up for a rehabilitation program. She thanked me for being the one honest enough to say what everyone else was whispering.